Team is doing really had as good of a practice yesterday that we've had in a while. Really good focus. Kids are good. We've won 3 games in a row right now, so just a lot of really good energy, and I think coaches have a really good plan on what we're going to do this week, and the kids are excited about going out and executing it. So, looking forward to going to play at Ole Miss. I've never been there before. Should be a tremendous environment for college football, and looking forward to getting there on Friday, stay the night, and wake up and play the game on Saturday.
Coach, your first question is going to come from Dallas Jackson of Yahoo Sports.
Coach, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing well. With the announced dismissal of Coach Phillips at Kentucky and kind of rumors around other programs starting to heat up, your name is already being bandied about. Is there a message for your team or a planned message for them to kind of avoid distractions with the attention your name's going to get for filling those vacancies?
Yeah, I mean, just like I'm going to tell you right now, the same message I have with my team. I mean, our focus is completely on Ole Miss. That's all we talk about. We don't talk about games 4 or 5 weeks ago. We don't talk about any games in the future. We talk about Ole Miss. We've been dealing with these type of things since we got here. So, we don't get into that. Our focus is on Ole Miss, and I know our kids are really excited about going out there and playing Coach Freeze's ball club.
Is that the same message that you would have for prospective student-athletes who are considering Vanderbilt?
No, I get into detail with those guys. We have a personal relationship, and I get into more specifics and details and answer any questions or concerns that they might have, but we've been doing that since we arrived here.
Thank you.
For additional questions for Coach Franklin, please press *1 now. Next, we have David Pascal at Chattanooga Times Free Press.
Hey, Coach. I read where Coach Freeze had called you, and that y'all had a little history with a player with one of his players at the Vanderbilt Center. But I read where you said you were kind of surprised because that's the first time a coach has called you during game week. Why do you think that happens so rarely?
Well, it was a very nice gesture, but it's uncommon, and to be honest with you, it was just a gesture. I mean, there's really no reason for people to make those calls. That's why they haven't happened in the past. It's not like you need anything. Your director of football operations might talk to their director of football operations, or you go out in the summer and scout the hotel and all those types of things. Me and Hugh have a relationship, and we had talked earlier in the year, so I think he just, hey, let me pick up the phone and call James, make sure everything's good, and if they need anything, that was great. But there's really no need or reason for it to happen, on a weekly basis.
Will you ever talk to coaches? How often do you talk to coaches throughout the course of a season, or is it just kind of you're bogged down with your own deal week to week?
Yeah, everybody's just so busy with their own, doing their own job and worried about their own school that you don't do that. You talk to the coaches if you see them on the road in recruiting. You'll talk to coaches right before the game as head coaches on the field, like everybody sees, and that's really about it. There might be a specific call if there's a problem or an issue or like that, but besides that, it's you see him at the convention, you see him on the road recruiting, and you see him before the game.
Thank you.
If there are any final questions for Coach Franklin, please press *1 now. Next, we have Chip Howard of KZNE Radio.
Coach, what stands out? What jumps out at you when you watch Ole Miss?
I think just how hard they're playing defensively. Number 10 flies around. Their whole defense flies around and make plays. On offense, they got explosive players. I think, the Scott kid, the Mackey kid, and then the Moncrief guy make plays. The quarterback's playing at a high level. But just, they're playing with a lot of really good energy and emotion and passion and flying around, and it's fun to watch them.
How much do you talk about bowl eligibility with your team?
Talk about Ole Miss.
Huh.
Yeah, no disrespect. I think some people got upset this week. I don't know why, because I answered this question the same way since I got here. We don't talk about injuries. We don't talk about anything other than the game we're playing this week.